Welcome to session 4 of Vision Quest. Today is my favourite day of the 5-part series because this is where we create and actually put something from the unconscious into the physical, from a thought into reality. And this is the practice that we want to get used to, and creating our vision into something we can touch and feel and look at and receive emotions and feedback from. So that is why this session is one of the most important. And it actually was the inspiration for Vision Quest in the first place. I was asked by a client whether I would do a vision board workshop, which I used to do. I used to do them quite often. And also they were live events, and I used to do the vision board workshops. And because of the work I've done with the superconscious in the last couple of years, and because of what I've created and how I see the shift in and the tools and techniques in using creating a life that you love, that I thought a vision board workshop by itself is redundant, because without the other training, without understanding your connection to superconscious, without connecting to your true choices and finding that authentic, what you really want to create, a vision board is doesn't have the power it needs to, and it's only one part of the equation. And it definitely is a part. I know a lot of people may sort of scoff at vision boards and you know, the people that have them hanging in their homes, but it really is that power of imaging, which I'll speak more about in the workbook, is so important, because the power of images in our mind's eye, once we have that clarity and we're clear and we're attached to it, and we're attached in a good way that we feel like it's real, then it is only a matter of time before that vision becomes part of our reality. A vision, an image, a picture triggers emotion, which triggers our beliefs. So this is where we're retraining our mind to have unlimited perspective of what we can create. We have empowering beliefs, and we have empowering emotions of joy and bliss and excitement and fun and joy and love, which actually are the emotions that align us to our true end result, and that they have so much power. And that's what I want to bring in today. So today I'm going to go through how to create the, I'm not going to say perfect, but I'm going to say a great vision board that works, one that aligns you to your true choices, one that can be as part of your creation process, which is the imaging process. And from that, at the end of the session, we're going to do a recode. Now, we haven't done a recode in this session before. We've done a few other change exercises, but we haven't done a recode. Today, we're going to do a recode. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about that after we create the vision board. If you've got your pictures and you've got your board, like this is actually an old vision board. I sort of do my vision boards on my computer so I can save them on my iPad and things like that now. So, but this is if you're going to do a physical vision board where you're actually pasting pictures, which I love to do, which is fun, and you can make a beautiful artwork if you want to. Have your pictures ready, put them out, get your board out, your glue, your scissors and everything. If you don't have them ready and you're watching this as a recording, press pause and get all of that stuff ready. Let's do it together. I'll walk you through the process. So that's if you're doing the physical board. If not, you can use PowerPoint, you can use Canva, you can even use Word if you want to, and insert pictures and then make it into a PDF, or but Canva's a great one because the pictures are already available on Canva. Photos, because it's going to be for your own use. I'm not getting involved in copyright, but because it's going to be for your own use, you can cut and paste from the internet, and you're going to be using that as your own vision board. So cut out pictures that inspire you. Choose images that inspire you. Choose statements of empowerment. So, I am successful. I am love. I am a successful whatever it is, empowering statements and emotions that you want to or believe that you will feel when you reach that end result. The emotions, for example, like joy, pride, success, ease, flow, abundance, all those empowering high frequency emotions, have them ready to put on your vision board. So when you look at it, when you actually go and review your vision board, you're going to be reminded of that's the emotion I'm moving into, the emotion of the end result. And that is key to creation, because we can find that emotion in the present, even if we aren't physically seeing our what we want to create. Even if we're not living it right now, we can feel the emotion of that end result. And we can at least, and if we can't feel it, we can actually start to train our brain that that's what to expect. Joy, ease, flow, confidence. So let's get started. And all right, so I'm going to share my screen. Go to my PowerPoint presentation, go to the beginning. I was a little distracted this morning. So, as always, we get started. Your reality is what you believe is possible. So let me move this to... Your reality is what you believe is possible. And that is the premise that I want. I know I've repeated this in every session, but it's important because when we get started, your reality is what you believe is possible. And so the quote I wanted to bring into today, and also in reference to the great Bob Proctor, who passed away in the last week, it's a quote from him, who was an amazing teacher of manifestation, of the law of attraction. His teachings will live on past his physical life. He has left a great legacy. So if you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. And this is a perfect, I've heard many teachers talk about this, this quote. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So my goal today is to gain clarity about your vision, aligning them to the true choices, and putting the vision and true choices on a vision board, on a physical expression of yourself. Now, this could be an online physical expression, or it can be, like I said, on a board or whatever it is that you want to use. I don't think I need to introduce myself again, but those of you who don't know me, I'm Verena White. I'm a kinesiologist. I'm a transformational coach, and I'm here to help you connect to your true purpose and to remember that you are a creative expression of the divine, that you are a true creator, and that is what you came here to do. This, as I've put up before in other sessions, because I think it's important to actually remember, everything is created twice. Once in the mind, the field, and once in the physical reality. And that is what we're doing today. We're bringing our thoughts down into the physical and making a contract with yourself, the universe, the field, that this is what I want to create. And as you are a visionary, you're a visionary and a creator of your true purpose. And this is the intention. It's now time to reclaim your power, connect to your true self, and remember that you are a powerful creator and the dominant creative force in your life. So that's the, take a deep breath, try and remember that, actually really take that in. I am a powerful creator. And if you can put that on your board, I think that will be really important. I am the dominant creative force in my life. And when we come from that place, all is possible. When we come from that, when you understand and you believe that you're not a victim of circumstances, when you're not trying to solve problems, you are the creative force. And you may have to navigate through challenges in your life, but how you respond to them and what you choose to create in your end result is yours to claim. So this is a revision of what we've already done, true choices. So we're looking at true choices. We're looking at our true choices, which we did in session 2. We did true choices. So that's what we did. First, we learned about connecting to the superconscious. We connected to the greater part of ourselves. So as I had done, the body, mind, spirit, the conscious, unconscious, superconscious aspect of us. And this is what we're doing. We're tapping in to the superconscious to tap into that vision for our future. And we did this through the meditation, the Land of Plenty meditation, where we really tapped into our true choices, what really makes our heart sing. And that is what we want to put on the board today. And as in session 2, when we spoke about secondary choices, and that's where the vision matrix comes in. So I just want to share with you the workbook. Over here. Share with you our workbook. Now, this workbook is available on your course material. If that's the login page to arenawhite.com.au, go into the course. Let me get in there again. Go in there again, go to courses, tap it, click into your email and your password. You should have received that already. If you haven't, let me know and I'll set you up. And that's where you'll find the recordings and the videos and the workbooks that you can download. Now, this is the workbook. You can use this today if you like, or you can use this at another time. But as we go in, this is the method that we're always using. One, with the premise, we're not broken, we're not a problem solver, we're not a victim. We remember that we are super conscious, connected to a higher being, a higher force greater than ourselves, and then bringing that back into our physical existence, that we are a creative force. And that is what we're creating. And that is the premise for all of the creative process. Now, where I talked about the power of imaging before, we get clear, we understand first, our first premise, we understand that we are super conscious. We get clear about our true choices. So this is the process that we've gone through in Vision Quest. We understand that we get clear about our true choices, and we do this by connecting to super conscious and understanding we're doing it because we just love it. We're connecting because we just love it. Not that we're running away from anything, not that we're trying to solve anything. Our true choices are because we love it. I want more money because I love what I'm going to do with it and I love the feeling of it. I want a partner in my life because I'm just going to love that feeling of being connected to someone else and sharing and creating with another human. I want to create a successful business because I love what I do and I love what I'll be able to create and expand in this container or in this position. So it's always choosing from that place of love, not fear, running towards your end result, not running away from it or not trying to solve a problem. And then the next one, which is what we did last time, which is getting clear about our conscious creator identity. Now, that was when we did the vision matrix. If you haven't seen that session 3, please go back and check in with that, because as we come in, I want you now, before we get started, is to go back into that powerful creator identity that we aligned you to in the last session. That powerful creator, and draw on all aspects that the wise counsel, draw on your beloved benevolent ancestor that wishes you well, your superhero aspect of yourself, your imprint to your younger self that you are a powerful creator, your wise counsel, your role model. Bring all that energy in to create this physical representation. So imaging has been proven. When we create an image in our mind of what we want to create, of a positive, empowering end result, the one that we love, at first our subconscious may have the understand this is not real, the more you repeat it, that's why a vision board is good to have somewhere that you can see all the time. The more you repeat looking at this, receiving it, feeling in that energy of the end result, the unconscious mind or your will has no power to fight against it, because all it understands is that it's real. And the more you revisit, and through repetition of repeating that vision, and the easier that it comes to being that vision, the more and the easier it becomes to create. So this is the equation, and this is the equation of Vision Quest: true choices plus conscious creator identity plus your vision and mental image in your mind that you've created, plus aligned action, which is what we're going to do in session 5. We remove resistance and we move into aligned action. And that equals success. That equals your end result. This is the equation. So that is just putting in a nutshell what this whole program is all about. Now, the vision matrix. When we got clear, this is what I'd like you to put in your workbook. If you haven't done it already, you can work on this now. If you've written it down on a notebook, maybe you can transfer it into the vision book matrix, in the workbook, so you have it in one place that you can look at. So this can be your reference to, this is what I'm creating. So what is your vision statement? What's your vision statement for your life? How do you see it? Maybe it is, I choose, I'd like you to always start it with, I choose the end result of. So I'll repeat that to start your vision statement. I choose the end result of. So we're speaking in commands, because our superconscious understands commands, and it understands being direct and putting in, this is how it is, not please, 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 someone who's outside of me or some being that's part of me and playing small. It's like, I choose, this is what I want. So you're being direct, you're being connected and in alignment. I choose the end result of. So mine would be, I choose the end result of a successful coaching business, working with clients that I love, having creating enough time to spend with my husband, my son, creating more than enough money to live in my dream house by the beach, and going on adventure holidays. It'll be something like that. So that inquires my personal development, which is my work, financial, which is having a profitable online business, my relationships, which is my husband and my son. The only thing I haven't put in there is fitness, but, and I would put in there to have health and vitality, obviously. So you include all 4 aspects in that vision statement, just a statement that you can read to know that it includes all, that you can be your mantra. Then we go into your true choices for finance and career. So this could be, I choose to have an end result of this. This is my financial freedom amount of money that I want to create. This is I choose to create an income of at the end of the year. And then we go into other choices where we go into 3 months, 6 months, 12 months end result. But this is your big vision. We're just dealing with that right now. Then when we work in the coaching program, we go down and narrow it down into yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily choices. But let's just work on our big vision today. Financial career, what does your end result look like as far as finance? What does your end result look like when it comes to your family and relationships? This section includes intimate relationships, romantic relationships, soulmates, that's all included there. And you can also include that in fulfillment as well. Fitness and health. So you may have goals, you may have things that you want to, your true choices around fitness, health, and wellness. So you put that in there. And fulfillment and personal development, that could be whether you want to do any courses, That could be what you want to achieve in your career, and personal development and fulfillment can overlap, like mine often does. It could be that you want to go on retreats. It could be this. Also, fulfillment can include social as well. You know, maybe it's to create connections with like-minded people. So that could be in there, that fulfillment. And as when we're doing the one-on-one coaching program, so as I've mentioned before, there are two, which is one is the Ignite Your Divine Spark 12-week intensive one-on-one coaching program, where we work together and we get really clear about all of this stuff and break it down into bite sizes that you can then create in your daily life. And I teach you practices, and we go through and do recodes and remove resistance around your end result. The second one is our 12-month program, which is Desire to Destiny, where you can join the 12-month program online, where we work as a group. And we work in this way to actually continually give you the self-mastery skills to create that life that you love. And after 12 months, you are ready to go. You have the skills, you have the tools that you can recode your own mind. You know how to pick up your triggers. You know how to realign yourself into your end result, into your true creator identity. So this is the beginning. This is the first step. So fulfillment and personal development. So you may put in, you know, that you want to do the coaching program in there, that you want to become aligned to your self-mastery. Okay, so now we get to the fun part. This is the matrix I have created, the vision matrix, and I will reduce it so you can see that a little better. Okay, so you could at landscape. I haven't done it landscape here because it's in the workbook, but it's probably best landscape. And I will go back to my PowerPoint so you can see this better. Okay, so this is what your vision matrix will look like. So you separate, you don't need to draw a line, but sometimes it's helpful just to have that sort of compartmentalizing. Is financial, career, family, relationships, health and vitality, and personal development. So you're going to put pictures, statements, things on those sections. If they sort of move, like financial, career, and personal development, you may put those pictures closer to here. So it's like our mind is actually understanding that we're closer to the center, that it's closer to personal development, you know, health and vitality. Actually, not that I've done this, but I'm thinking personal development, it doesn't actually really matter. You could put that here because if financial, career, and personal development may overlap, but then same with family and relationships, personal development can overlap with that as well. Now, this is where we put the pictures that align to each of these. The ones that sort of cross over, you can put them more in the center. Now, what we have in the center is a circle that I've put, and this is the environment that you want to live in. This is the world that we're creating, the new earth. And this is for everyone's vision to come together as we are one, we're all connected. I have added this section to put in the emotions of what kind of world you want to live in. And these are also here, the emotions of your end result. So this is, you know, as within, so without. So this is, even though it looks like it's within, this is also without, like on the outside, as within, as so without, as above, so below. So this is one of the other Hermetic principles. So in the circle here, now you can put in things for the world you want to create, or you can put in the emotions of your end result. It doesn't matter, whatever you feel aligned to. So this is my vision matrix that I created this year. It can be as full as you want. I think don't overcrowd it too much because it becomes jumbled in your mind. You your mind to be able to see it clearly. So, you know, there's aspects of here, health, wealth, money, my investments in crypto, passive income, my faith, my heart-centered business. So that's my financial and career. And obviously in the written part of it, I've actually got amounts and things that I put in there that are personal, like, you know, you write your own personal thing. But this is just to align you to those true choices. Family and relationships, or loving relationships. Now I've put in a home, the home by the beach here, in family and relationships, and I've put it closer to financial and career because I feel like they're related. So what will help me bring into that real family and wholeness is actually that, you know, that life by the beach with my husband, my son, walks on the beach, you know, family, like-minded community I've got here, my passion, yoga retreats, consciousness expansion. You know, there's all these things that I've put in there, cellular health. Now, I'm just using this as an example for you. This is, can we get to the full slide? Okay. So just have a look at that, and I'll just let you move into it. So this is mine, you know, health and well-being, wellness, you know, whether it be the food you're eating, shifting into that, cellular and DNA health and changing that. I'm very much into using super conscious to move my cellular health and my DNA, my consciousness, expanding my my way of thinking, expanding what I can create through my connection to superconscious. So in the new earth, I've written new earth. You don't have to write that. You can write anything. The center is really the emotions and the aspects of your end result that you're writing. How do I feel in my end result? And you're going to understand that more when we do the recode. You're going to understand that a lot more when we do the recode. So I just want you to have a look at that. And now I'm just going to pause the video, put on some music, start playing with this, and just get really clear about it. You know, you may want to do one section at a time. You may want to go and search on images. You might be using Canva. You might be using PowerPoint. I actually did this on PowerPoint. I didn't actually use Canva, but I know a lot of people have. If you're familiar with Canva, use it, PowerPoint. You can also do it on Word. And like I said, you can always do it the old-fashioned way with glue, paper and scissors, and create your own vision board there. So I have been vision boarding a long time. I love it. It's a nice exercise to do to move your thoughts into things. And the more I've got clear about what I'm creating, the easier it's been. The more I got clear about it, the clearer my vision boards become, and I understand what I want to do. So when I look consciousness expansion, what are some of the actions in that? Well, there'll be meditation. That would be maybe moving into like-minded groups and reading new material to help me expand my mind. Education is a big part, like financial education, love, like-minded people. So just have a look at that. You know what you want. You've got your true choices. You've done the work. You know you're in that creator identity. And so pause this video now, get started on that, and then we're going to come back and do the recode. Okay, so we're going to pause, just pause it, put some music on, and when we return, we're going to go back and we're going to just revisit, and I'm going to talk to you through the recode process, and then we're going to finish up with the recode. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, we're back. We're back. All right. So you've done sharing again. You've done your vision board. You have created the physical representation of your mind, what's going on in your mind's eye. You've created in a matrix formula that you understand. Let's call it a wheel of fortune. Financial, family, relationship, personal development, health, and vitality. You've created a full picture. And so what is next? Now, that says next week, but that was an old. This is what we're going to do now, the recode. This is where we create structural tension. And in the recode, as I've told you before, we go up to the superconscious, and this is where we put in new commands and release resistance. So where there's an emotional trigger to having what you want, we release it. And it depends, like if this is your first recode, I want you to see it like boulders in a lake. So as we slowly remove boulders, it allows the water to flow, not a lake, down a stream, down a flow, down a river. If there's boulders blocking the river from running, the river's blocked. So think of it as in the metaphor as we're removing those stones to allow the water to flow to get what you want. So here is a small example, what I call the quantum GPS. So we have created a true choice. We have created the true choice, which is your vision statement, which is, let's call it the choice of I choose to create a life that I love. I think that's a good one to start with. I choose to create a life that I love. And if we look, stop sharing. And if we look back at our vision board, that is a life that I love. Like that's everything. That's me choosing a life that I love. That's when I feel like I have sovereignty. There's unity consciousness. I feel love. There's joy. I have confidence. I'm creating. I know I'm the dominant creative force in my life. So that is your choose. So that is like the statement we're going to use today. And I think it's best because we've just created that vision board is I choose the end result of a life that I love. If your vision statement is really clear and you feel comfortable with that, let's use that statement, whatever that is. I choose the end result of blah, blah, blah. But just for this process, I'm just going to say, I choose the end result of a life that I love. Now, that's here. We've put it out into the field. We've created a vision board, which is like setting a map. We've actually put a picture of our end result. This is what it looks like. So let's imagine this end result, that vision board that you put all the emotions and everything on the board. Let's see it's here in the field. And we've spoken about the field before, the universal field, the mind's eye, that superconscious aspect of you. It is there. And I want you to see that end result as if it's a bubble and it's in that it's in that field and it's up there and it's in the quantum GPS. So what we're doing is that we create structural tension. Now, the reason why maybe other manifesting like vision boards didn't work is because you put this place in the future. That's what I want. That's what I want. You never give your superconscious an anchor into your present reality. So if you're putting in the GPS, you put in your end result and the GPS does not realize where you are, how can it take you there? There's no guidance, there's no map. You need to actually re-anchor yourself in, well, this is where I'm at now. It's not always the most comfortable place to be, but we need to create that structural tension, which is, let me share the screen again. Share screen. Share. Okay, so this is where we create that structural tension. Okay, current reality. This is your desired result. This is your, it's as simple as this, to your desired result, what you want to create. So let's say that's your vision board. So I want to give your self-conscious an understanding of what we're going to do in the recode. So we feel into that end result. Now, then we go back and we feel into, well, this is where we are now. This is where I want to be. This is where I am. And then we go into the superconscious and we say, superconscious, do you see the resistance, which is here? Do you see the resistance of why I'm not achieving this end result? Now, as we've talked about, that resistance may be your identity. That resistance may be old belief systems, ancestral programming, could be all of these things. So we don't need to go into detail and heal past lives and heal, and it may show up, but we don't need to go into fix it. We just need to say, superconscious, do you see it? Can you please do a massive change history and release the resistance to this end result? So that's what we're asking to do, release resistance. And depending on, what we're doing, we're choosing a life that we love, there will be a lot of resistance, otherwise you'd be living it right now. And when people say there's no resistance, well, that's the resistance in itself, because they're unwilling to see that there is resistance, because if there wasn't, you'd be living it and you wouldn't be on this call looking to create change. The resistance is, and that's what we're just recoding it. That's why it's called a recode. And we ask superconscious just to remove the resistance. So then imagine these as rubber bands. Imagine these as rubber bands. And as we release the resistance, you get pulled towards your end result. As we release, as we deconstruct this old structure of being a problem solver, this old structure of being a victim of reality, or this old structure of observing what is and creating the same. As we release it and connect to that end result, this no longer has so much power over us. So then we're getting pulled to that desired end result. It's like when you have that structure and you're getting pulled in different directions. One second, my dog is wanting to leave the room. She's sitting at the door. One second, I'll just. Okay, back again. So this is where we're relieving the resistance. So I'll ask you, what does your resistance feel like when you think about creating that end result? So we're going to go through the process. So that's where we create the structural aspect. Now, stop sharing. Share again, because I've got to go into, I'll move back into your workbook. So this is the 5 steps to create your desires. This is the recode. So 1, we get the true choice, which we've created. We create tension. We create tension by, this is where I want to be, this is where I am now. And we go into the emotion of the end result. How do you feel when you're in the end result? How do you feel now? That's creating the structural tension. And then we do the recode, and then we take aligned action. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do a process called magnetic alignment, where we will put in steps that will take you into what your next step in creation is. What's my next step? Because often without action, nothing can happen. It just stays in the field. So let's get started. So my wonderful creators, I want you to close your eyes. And if this is your first Recode experience, I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions afterwards, I'm going to just explain a metaphor to you so your self-conscious can understand what we're going to do. I want you to see the superconscious, and we've explained conscious, unconscious, superconscious. So I want you to understand that we're bypassing the unconscious mind, and we're moving in to the superconscious, that unlimited field of existence. And then we're giving instructions to our unconscious mind. We're giving instructions to release the limiting beliefs that are preventing us from creating the life that we love. So the metaphor is to see the superconscious as a football field. And I want you to see the goalposts as your end result, your vision statement, your I choose an end result of a life that I love. So if you don't have one, that's, excuse me, that's the one we're going to use today. I choose an end result of a life that I love. And as you're running towards that, sorry, I got a bit of a cough today. As you're running towards the goalposts, which is your end result, I want you to imagine that all these limiting beliefs, ancestral programs, sabotage programs are like gopher holes that start appearing on your football field. And that is when me as the witness, as a witness, we say, superconscious, please brush the dirt into those holes and pat it down. So all these emotional ties that you have that have kept you stuck, have kept you from not being able to create, we're going to put the dirt back in and pad them over. So your superconscious field is clear. So you've got a clear running field to run towards your end result. So does that make sense? Do you all have that? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I want you to understand that your superconscious field is like a football field. And as we say, superconscious, show us the resistance, I want you to see all the gopher holes pop up. And then we say, superconscious, please brush the dirt into the holes, pat it down. So you have a clear field so you can run effortlessly, smoothly to your end result. Okay, so that is the metaphor. So everyone, I want you to close your eyes, and I need permission to tap into your superconscious. So I want you either to tap in the chat box, yes, I give permission, or I want you to say it out loud. And I want you to allow me to have permission. Doesn't matter if you're watching a recording. There is no time. If you're watching this, you are connected to this work. And I can witness remotely at any time. And we're going to work through the resistance. So all I need from you is permission to give instructions from your superconscious and permission to observe the change and to be the witness. So I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, relax your shoulders, and just verbally or in your mind's eye, give me permission to speak to your superconscious. Thank you. Okay, so close your eyes. Superconscious, are you there? Superconscious, do you see the end result of a life that I love, a life that you love? You see the end result of a life that you love. And now I want you just to go into that end result. And I want you to feel into the emotions. So you can have your pen and paper or your workbook ready because you're going to write a few things down. I want you to feel that end result. What does it feel like being in there? Does it feel fun? Does it feel successful? I feel joy. I feel pride. I feel ease. I feel flow. I feel love. I feel confidence. I feel amazing. Maybe it feels free. Just write it down, all the emotions that you feel in that end result. And I want you to write it on a piece of paper. Just write down the emotions when you feel into that end result. If you're struggling to get in the feeling, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and then ask a different question. How would I feel in that end result? How do I think I'm going to feel? If you can't feel or tap into that emotion, it's okay. Try to. If not, how would I feel when I have that end result? And I want you to write down those emotions. And when you finish, I want you to draw a circle around it and see it that you're placing that in your mind's eye. We're creating a quantum GPS. We're giving our superconscious directions on how to get there. We've created the visual representation, and now we're creating the map. So the end result. And now I want you to see that in your mind's eye, that end result in the bubble, the emotions that you feel, and take a few minutes to feel into those the end emotions. Take a few moments to feel into that end result. What does it feel like? And now I want to take you back to your present. I want you to imagine that you're drawing a line from that time, the future, as if the future is the present, and we're looking at the past, to how we did feel in this present moment, coming back to the present day. And I want you to come back to the present moment. And now I want you to write down, what is the difference between how you felt in the end result to how you feel in the present moment right now? What is the difference? What is your identity? Do you feel lack? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel disconnected? Do you feel fear? What is it that you feel in this current reality when you think about that end result? Does it feel far away? Do you feel not capable? What is the belief that you have about yourself in the present moment? And we've gone through that in the True Choices. What are some of the beliefs you have that have created your current reality? Is it feeling not capable? Is it feeling that the world's against you, that you can't trust? Is it about trust? Just write down, how do you feel right now? How do you feel in the current reality? Do you feel not good enough? Not worthy? Insignificant? Do you feel like you're invisible, that you feel like you don't have the skills to move forward? What do you feel in the current reality? Do you feel powerless? You feel like you don't have the power, you feel powerless. What are the beliefs that you have to create your current reality? What are the beliefs that you've got? You just type them in the chat, write them down. Write them down. And then I'm going to ask you, do you know that it's possible to have what you want? Do you know it's possible? Do you know someone who already has created this life that they love? Whether it's someone you know, whether it's someone you've read about or seen, but there's people out there that have created lives that they love. Like, you know, that's why we're here, because we have observed it, we've seen it. Other people have done it. I've done it. You know, to move from one state to another, you know, write down, like, do you know it's possible? Can we tell that you believe it's possible that this can happen? Maybe you've had moments of experiencing it. So I just want you to affirm that statement, that I know it is possible. Okay. All right, let's begin. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders. We've moved, we've created where we're going, where we are. We've got the uncomfortable feeling. We've put these old belief systems and triggers into the active field, and we're going to ask Superconscious to observe it and just brush the dirt back into the holes, pat it down, so we no longer feel this emotional attachment. I want you to write down between 0 and 10 a number so you can measure how you feel. When you think about this end result right now, coming from where you are in the present, what is your resistance? 10 being, oh my God, I can't imagine this ever happening. 0 being, I'm already there. I already have it. I step out of this room and I'm already living it. What is your resistance to having this life that you love? So 0 to 10, 10 being so much resistance that it feels like you're pushing a brick wall, that like there's big boulders in the river stopping the flow of water. And 0 being I've removed the boulders and it's flowing water going down the stream. Okay, write down the number. Okay. Now with your permission, we're going to go through the recode. Superconscious, are you there? Superconscious, do you see this choice? I choose a life that I love. Do you see all the resistance around this choice? Superconscious, can you please bundle up all resistance? Are all aspects and part personalities ready to be part of the treatment plan? No. Superconscious, can you please talk to all aspects, part personalities, active identities? Can you please speak to them and let them know the advantages of treatment? The advantages of becoming part of the conscious creator, becoming part of one personality. Can you let them know that one personality works best and that they're going to feel more satisfaction and less pain? Superconscious, please talk to all aspects and let them know that they're going to feel more satisfaction and less pain. Thank you. Can you also let them know a mono personality works best? Let them know that a mono personality works best. And can we let them know that when they become part of the main personality, they're going to stop losing time. You're going to stop feeling stuck. You're going to stop losing time. You're going to be able to move forward. Superconscious, please allow the aspects and triggered identities to let them know that they're going to stop losing time. And that all their knowledge and experience will not be lost. And let all the triggered aspects know that they will not die when they become part of the main personality. Please ensure that they understand they will not die. They are one. They become part of the main personality. And all their knowledge and wisdom will not be lost and will be used at the appropriate time when needed. That nothing will be lost. When they become part of one, they're going to feel less pain, more satisfaction. They're going to stop losing time. And let them know that they're going to be stop the takeovers and intrusions. No more takeovers and intrusions that take you off your path. Please speak to them. Allow them to understand in the best and perfect way. Thank you. Superconscious, are all aspects, part personality, ready to be part of the treatment plan? Yes. Superconscious, please bundle up all resistance to this end result. Bundle up all resistance that we see to that end result. And as we see that beautiful end result, a life that we love, moving and remembering the vision board that we've created, the intention we've put forward, the true choices, all the resistance around creating this, please treat that in the best and perfect order. Thank you. Superconscious, can we look at beliefs? Can we look at the beliefs that you have about others, how they can interfere with your creation? The beliefs about others, that others are better than you, others have, it works out for others, but it doesn't work out for me. This old story that you've been telling yourself that it's not for me, or it works out for others, not me. This is an old paradigm. This is an old story. And it's a definition, it's a rule that you've created. So we create a new rule. The new rule is everything is working for me, not against me. Everything is working for me, not against me. So that's how we navigate through challenges, to know and understand. Superconscious, please anchor in this new definition, this new rule and belief about others and how it affects our creation is everything is working for me. Please anchor this in, treat this on all 4 levels of belief, and do a massive change history and everything else that's needed in the best and perfect order. Thank you. Superconscious, can we look at the beliefs around identity, the beliefs around feeling unworthy and not capable and not enough? This belief, can we change this and imprint the new belief? I am enough. I am capable. I am worthy. And please treat these beliefs in the best and perfect order. Please go to the original event of the belief, I'm not enough. I have not enough. I've got it. I don't have enough. This belief about lack in your current existence, this belief about lack of not being enough. It's about not feeling whole, your disconnection from spirit, your disconnection from your superconscious. Please go to the original event where you're disconnected. And superconscious, please treat this in the best and perfect way, in the best and perfect order. And I want you now to see this come into alignment, mind, body, spirit. I want you to see a triangle bringing all parts together, that you have connection to your superconscious, your higher self, and you're bringing that in, that you are now whole. Please look at the definition and the alignment. I am whole. I trust. I am willing to do what is needed in the best and perfect order. Thank you. Just let that settle. Recalibrate. Bring all parts together. Your Trinity. Your 3 parts whole. Your connection to your higher being. That you have access to this, you have permission to have access to this, you always did. I trust. Superconscious, can we please look at the identity of the protector controller? The protector controller who has got questions about this process, who is feeling nervous, please allow and speak to them and let them know when they release their resistance, they're going to feel more satisfaction and less pain. Please treat this. I see you. I hear you. You're not lost. Please treat this aspect in the best and perfect order and allow the aspect identity to become part of the conscious creator, the whole. Superconscious, please look at emotions. Please look at future emotions. Future emotions that may trigger old behavior, please treat those emotions in the best and perfect way. Do we need to know that the emotions are? No. Superconscious, please tag the emotions that will trigger in the future, will trigger old patterns. Can we please tag them, do a massive change history and everything else that's needed in the best and perfect way? They no longer have power over you. Please tag those emotions in the best and perfect way in a future event. Thank you. Superconscious, please look at family history. On your father's side, any rules about creation or rules about permission, please treat any belief systems or contracts you've made with your father about not being enough, not enough, whether he felt not enough, whether there were feelings of not being enough. Please treat this in the best and perfect way. Release the chains and the links from past contracts with the patriarchal line and how they see you. You can step away from that. Imagine in your mind's eye that the chains of your ancestral line and the identity of not being enough, that they're broken and you can step forward. You are now free. You're the bird leaving the cage. You're no longer held to the restraints of your ancestral belief program. Permission to do that. Superconscious, do you see this metaphor? Please treat that in the best and perfect order. Thank you. Superconscious, please look at all broken agreements that you've made with yourself in this lifetime, past life, and please treat this in the best and perfect way. Those times when things didn't work out. Let's look at a clean slate. Please treat those broken agreements with yourself and the broken agreements others have made with you. You are now creating new agreements, new contracts. Superconscious, please treat all body systems, chakras, root chakra, third eye, grounding you into the physical plane. Please treat the heart chakra, front and back, and allow love I receive unconditionally, and I can give unconditionally, to have your heart open to receive all the abundance that's waiting for you. Let's treat the third eye so you can see all that is. You can see and visualize your future with love from your heart center. Please treat the heart chakra and third eye and allow them not to be conflicted. Please treat the fear around seeing and loving a future that you love. Please treat the fear around seeing and loving a future that you love in the best and perfect order. Thank you. Also treat the throat chakra, front and back, that you have the willingness to know your truth and to step into your truth. Superconscious, please look at all remaining resistance. How do you feel now? What does your resistance feel like when you feel into that end result? Do you feel like you can access it easier? Does it feel less far away or clunky? Do you feel ease? What's the difference? Have you gone from 8 to 4, 6 to 2, 10 to 8? That's good. 10 to 8, there's some movement. That's good. Okay, Superconscious, please tag all remaining resistance on all timelines, all dimensions. Please bundle up, do a massive change history, and work after this session to bring the resistance down to 0. Please constantly work on bringing this resistance to the end result down to 0. Thank you. Superconscious, please tag all memories that we've touched on today. Quantum memories, tandem memories, ancestral, past life, ego states, archetypal. And please tag and ground into the benevolent matrix of the universe. Thank you. Please tag all memories that we've touched on today. Memories 1, 2, and 3, conscious, unconscious, superconscious. And please anchor into the physical matrix. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Please reinforce with positive beliefs. Positive emotions, empowering emotions, and positive memories. And I want you now just to see in your mind's eye, I want you to, before you actually, I want you to go back into that end result. I want you to go back into that end result. And I want you now to visualize that you're seeing it as a picture, like a Polaroid in the palm of your hand. There is an image, a picture of an experience that you will have when you're in that end result. I want you to think of an experience or or a vision that you can imagine that you are going to experience in that end result. And I want you to see it as a Polaroid, as a picture. I want you to close your eyes, and you've got that Polaroid in your hand. You know, maybe it's you with someone, maybe you're at a place, but you know, you will be having this memory when you're in that end result. And I want you to put that up into to visualize that you're putting this Polaroid up in front of your third eye. And then I want you to see that this image, this Polaroid, moves through your third eye, and it is now in your mind, in your head. This picture is now in your head. And I want you to see it there, and you're putting it in the back of your mind, and you're going to be replaying this picture. It is now in your mind's eye, ready to access at any time, that you can put this picture, and you know it until it becomes so familiar to you that you're just waiting for the alignment of the picture and the experience. And I want you then now to see that this image is in your mind's eye, and it's sitting in the back of your memories that you can access at any time, this picture. It's just a simple image of an experience you will have when you're in that end result. I choose a life that I love. And I want you to see that this image is there, just stuck in your memories. In the back of your mind, it's a memory as if it's already happened. And you can access this at any time. You can wake up in the morning and think about that image. Even practice seeing the Polaroid, putting it up, moving it into your mind's eye, putting it into the back of your memory. It's a memory as it has already happened. Okay, when you're ready. If you haven't already, you can open your eyes. I want you to now think about your end result. What does feel the resistance? Don't overthink it. The first number that comes into mind will be the number. See where you've shifted. If you haven't shifted much, it's okay. You can watch this video again. You can release. Remember, there's, depending on how long that resistance been there and the boulders have been there, is how long that you will have to you know, what resistance you have to clear. And it may take a few times. It may be going back to that image in your mind's eye a few times. So that is the end of session 4, our vision matrix, our recode, our first recode. I love you. I'm so excited to be your guide on this journey. In session 5, we're going to be talking about magnetic alignment, and we're going to be doing our steps to our end result and beyond, and giving you the map for where you go after this. Okay, I look forward to seeing you then. If you have any questions, please send me a message. I'm here to help. I'm here to be your guide. I'm here to help you create the life that you love. Okay, bye.